What's up, everybody? It's your boy, DJ Best Friend. This is another special episode of Who Know You.
Hey, it's not what you know, it's Who Knows You podcast show.
Like I said, I'm your boy, DJ Best Friend. And go ahead and introduce yourself, man. What we got going on?
The son of Bunny Smith, DC, PG area, DMV area, should I say. Pleasure to be here.
Okay, it's the DC, PG area. Okay. So, like, were you, born in DC?
Yeah, I
Or?
was born in DC, Southeast, um, over there near Galveston Place. Raised in PG, moving around between Ox and Hill. Hold on, let me start over? I gotta get the jitters out.
No, you good, man. You good. You was in Oxon Hill, right?
Yeah, Ox and Hill.
So, did you go to school out
Yeah, I
there?
went to Barnaby Manor.
Barnaby Manor?
Yeah, I'm on
Okay.
St. Boniface Road, Stephen Decatur, South Maryland. Went to Wise, then I went to Central. While I was out there, my mom and my dad, they wasn't together, so I had to spend the weekends mostly in the city. And I had a cousin named Jordan. He kind of showed me around and kind of been that person that gave me that guidance around the city. You know what I'm saying? And from there, I just kind of just made my own way. Then I have a younger sibling, and they went to school with his younger siblings, so it's all like a family thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so like you can say pretty much you was raised with a little support, you know. I know the lifestyle, but like, it wasn't too bad, right? Or how
I
would you
mean,
explain your growing
I
up?
guess I was born in a broken home. You know what I'm saying? And when I say broken home, I meant like got one parent over here, one parent over here. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So being pulled back and forth between two households. You know what I'm saying? And that can kind of like you're still trying to find yourself as you grow up in two different atmospheres. You get in the city atmosphere, then you get the suburban atmosphere. And I think the DMV is so close together that some people try to blend the two, or some people would say, well, I was raised in Maryland, but I grew up in DC, or vice versa. For me, it's more so like I kind of just that's just what it was because I just in my upbringing, like my mom is just she from uptown, so she's DC everything, but my dad he was from West Virginia, and him and my dad point, things ain't work out, so most people that they move from out of town, the most thing they could afford is PG. That's how PJ became a thing, at least my upbringing. From there, I just been, like I said, finding my way around the city. I ended up me attending University of DC because I was out when I graduated. I was traveling around and trying to figure out things, going to like Anne Arundel and for basketball, and tried the Atlanta thing, Morehouse and stuff like that. And
Oh, so you know how to play basketball?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I played basketball at Central High School.
Okay, so when did the music start to sink in?
I feel like I was always like musically inclined. It really about how I wanted to present myself to, you know, others around me with the music. Because in high school, I always felt like I was an old soul, having that perspective, but surrounded around like the status quo. And at least in the teenage years, it's kind of like contradicting. Like everybody's glorifying, shoes and materialistic items at a so early age. And in your mind, you're like, I like listen to Anita Baker, Sade, and stuff like that because that's just where the smooth stuff came into play. I just kind of felt like, am I a weirdo? You know what I'm saying? Am I an odd person? Especially where like PG, where you couldn't really express yourself that well. People not necessarily express yourself, but more so people probably wouldn't have understood what you were trying to like where you getting this from. You know what I'm saying? And I really didn't understand it why I was feeling this way about myself, but
Right, it's like you're going against the culture almost
I
because
mean, I wouldn't say going against a culture. You're going against what's hot right now, and that's why I say
yeah.
like that was the status quo was pretty much what was playing at the moment. Whether that was the
hmm
underground scene or anything that was top 40.
In the DMV area, I mean, me personally, I feel like they portray us as like, we gotta, look, fresh, we gotta wear the jeans, we gotta Haley Hansen, North Face, and just the typical like designer, that everybody hold us to as a DC standard as far as the black community, because I feel like the other side of the culture, when it comes to the Caucasians or Asians, or they almost can wear whatever they want sometimes, and then sometimes they even have to wear certain outfits. The way you dress is more so like urban. It's not as like city. It's
Well,
more. Tell me about this style. Like
uh,
what we got going on here? I like the buttons and all that. What's
yeah,
up, man?
it's
I like the purple blinging.
yeah,
What's up?
it's what makes me comfortable, but it's also fashionable. I guess I have a very like urban, modern look. Maybe should I say right now? Like my friend, she customized these pants. What she paint over them. But my style kind of come from my brother a little bit and my grandfather more so than not. Both of those guys have their own thing about them, but they're totally different. Like my brother's very like abstract, but he really know how to put it on. With my grandfather, he's just very smooth with it. And I think I kind of get a little bit from both of them because my grandfather, he's very old school, but he's very youthful. What I mean by youthful is that he can relate to the generation now, but he tell his knowledge through his jokes. So
Hmm.
anybody that ever met Bunny, he know that he's a man of his word and he's a man of his business, but also like to have a great time and just be relatable. And I think,
Bunny is your grandfather, right?
yeah, yeah.
And that's your name as well, right?
That's just my
Or
DJ name.
DJ
What I'm
name,
saying?
right? Yeah.
I had to realize like he was that guy that kind of inspired me to see more than what meets the eye. And what I mean by that was like take me to different places, traveling, and I was learning knowledge through everything that I really experienced with him, like history and certain movements and even music. And I just thought that was just so like classical to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a person that's I'm related to that I can look up to that lived in like important times, but also was like very flashy and I can dress in those era. And I think that was like the message to me was like, oh yeah, I really he kind of was that guy that kind of like inspired me. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I would say in high school I was an old soul because I seen his etiquette. You know what I'm saying of how to dress, how to treat a woman, how to do business, but also can be flashy and smooth with it. And so for me, that's what I kind of was around in my upbringing that I looked up to. They got the latest phone posit and the go go and at that era, I was in the mix with that stuff, but I didn't think that stuff didn't really make me happy.
Right.
I'm realizing that now. It's like even
Hmm.
in those era when people was at the go go functions and people was at the latest shoe store getting the drop for the shoes. That stuff didn't really make me happy. That was just the product of my environment. But really inside, I was still on that like smooth mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like pop 80s, mentality in my mind. Like my favorite movies are like 16 Candles and fucking Breakfast Club, like shit like that. Very classical shit. That's what you kind of see now. My style is just me bringing like that old school back into new school, but really making it my own style.
So speaking of your style now, you're also a DJ. So how do you incorporate your style into when you perform?
Well, I try to like incorporate old school music and the shuffles of the new school. It's a time and place for most places in DJing world here, no matter what, or incorporate classics, no matter what venue I'm in, so that people can get a taste of a little bit of my world and their world. Give you that signature to like, oh yeah, that's a nice DJ. And I only been DJing for a year, seriously, so I still have time to grow. I want to make an impact on, what significant stuff means to me in my world and make sure I showcase that.
This being only a year journey, what do you see as far as like the pros and the cons, and how does that help you determine if this is something that you really want to do?
We are our own two eyes. Uh, so we are our biggest, mirror. As I grow, my fans will grow, with my journey. And I think me DJing after COVID, it is like, you just really have to be on point with what you're doing and really understand the world you're getting into. My first year was kind of phenomenal in terms of like places I had to DJ. And I think sometimes the opportunity is in your face and it's either you're going to take it or you're not. I'm still learning as a DJ, and I'm still getting better every day. So I'm rolling with the punches.
With you weighing that out within this year, so you did it all 2022,
Yeah,
right?
all 2022.
Yeah. So now it being 2023, like, do you want to go even harder with this career?
Yeah, I want to go harder with it. I want to make it known that I can really make an impact to the people. I think 2022 was a major year. I'm blessed, but I think 2023 is like, okay, now I know this is me coming in as an artist because I look at DJ as a form of artistry. So yeah, me coming in fully tapping into the artistry side of it. So you'll see a lot more mixes and ways that I can cultivate my artistry. I think that's something that I will bring out in 2023.
You have a very unique look, and you have a good sense of music. When you decided to do this DJing career, like, did you already have it figured out? And is this like something that you want to continue to do? But did you have it figured out, or do you still think like this is something that may take you to something else greater?
Well, I had a DJ board over the pandemic, but I didn't really put it to use until the fall of 2021, mainly because I was just, focusing on photography at the time. That's what I started off was photography. My brother made his debut in LA. That was one thing that I was doing to kind of get my name out there, but I just felt like I was missing something bigger in my heart. And when I came back, I started doing shows for my community and the local talent and the underground scene. From there, that kind of got me into DJing, because I felt like I was already in that momentum. It's like, man, let me just pick it back up. I started DJing at Only Vibes. Jeremiah was the owner of Only Vibes. Him and another guy named Chris, they really the ones that kind of, taught me the fundamentals, and I just started picking it up. 2022 is just about like making connections and getting opportunities. So I'll say, that was like what I said, that was like, the rough steps to get into it, and now you pick up your own feet.
You want to let the people know something that you want to share with the world.
Anything is possible for sure. I have a friend, God Zeus. Shout out God Zeus. He had this video, and I think he told me personally. I can't remember which one it was, but he was saying that when you look at the universe, the first three letters is you and I first, you and I first, universe. So I teach you, you teach me. I teach you, you teach me, and that's what make the universe go around. So from there, I kind of just really been about energy and vibrant, and algorithm. I think that's what the world means to me is science. You kind of have to filter out what you consume in the mind and produce what you want to produce, but you also have to be in the algorithms of the energy and vibration to get to where you want to be, so that you can shine the way you want to shine. If you're in a community where it's a lot of dark energy, it has to be something in place or something has to happen in order you to get that shine or that star that's in everybody. And so
Hmm.
I think that's how I knew you have to really move around in different energies and algorithms to really get your purpose out to the world. And so for me, it's more so just making sure that my energy and my vibration is good, and people will discover me, and things will start to be an abundance of opportunities and community. I want people to realize it. Just make sure that you have an intent of being pure, but also being great energy and vibration.
That's dope. Is there any shout outs you want to give before we go, man?
Shout out Jeremiah. Shout out Lafayette. Shout out Cyril. It's so many people come to my mind because I had some great memories this year. I'm not gonna lie
He
to
done
you.
think he won the Oscar. Somebody get his
Yeah.
bag. He got to do
Shout
his.
out DJ Best Friend, man. He's a real one. So
Yeah, appreciate it, man. That's how we do it right now, man. It's your boy DJ Best Friend, Bunny Smith, and this is Who Know You. We
yeah.
out.